I found a girl at the junkyard and brought her home. I had no idea she was about to shake up the entire city. Welcome home, miss. My name's Zhang Ye. I run a junkyard on the edge of town. It was pouring that night. I was walking home when I found Xu Yuan unconscious, lying on a piece of cardboard at the junkyard. I carried her back and dumped her on the only halfway decent couch I had. Her white dress was so filthy you couldn't tell what it used to look like, but her face was almost too clean. After a while, she came to, eyes wide like a startled deer, just staring at me blankly. Then she shot back into the corner of the couch. Who are you? Where am I? Your daddy. Welcome to your palace, princess. She turned red from my comeback. Her eyes welled up, tears falling like nothing. I didn't mean to break in. I got lost and I lost my phone. All right, enough. Crying's not gonna feed you. You hungry? I poured her a bowl of noodle soup and set it down in front of her, chipped bowl and all. Eat up, then get out. She stared at the bowl and quietly asked, Sir, do you take WeChat Pay here? I nearly choked on my cigarette. I pointed at the sign on the wall. No credit. Credit? Lose a hand. 8 big characters. I laughed. Read it, princess. Not only do I not take WeChat Pay, I take physical payment. She nodded and started sipping the soup. I ignored her, peeled off my soaked tank top showing a back covered in old scars. I turned around and caught her staring at the longest scar on my lower back, eyes wide with fear. I smirked. Never seen one before? Keep staring and I'll give you one too. She quickly looked away. After she ate, the rain still hadn't stopped. She was shivering in her wet clothes, so I dug an old t-shirt out of the cabinet. I tossed it to her. Put it on! Don't die in my place. Bad enough already. She held that stretched out t-shirt for a long time, then finally took it into the back room, what barely passed as a bedroom. She came back out and I did a double take. The oversized tee swallowed her whole, looked like a little kid sneaking into grown-up clothes. 2 pale skinny legs glowing under the dim light. She caught me looking, tugged at the hem, and quietly said, Thanks. I didn't respond. I reached under the bed and tossed a pair of old flip-flops to her feet. I'm Zhang Ye. You? Xu Yuan. Xu Yuan, huh? Did the man upstairs actually hear you and drop you here? She bit her lip and went quiet. I ran a hand through my hair. Look, stay until the rain stops. Don't touch my stuff. Don't cause problems. We clear? She nodded like a woodpecker. I left her alone and went to bed. One bed. She got the couch. I wasn't sleeping on the floor. I lay there tossing and turning. The sound of the rain mixed with her soft breathing, like something scratching at my chest. In the middle of the night, a noise woke me up. I saw a small figure fumbling around in the dark. Hey, what are you doing? She jumped. The cup in her hand crashed to the floor and shattered. I shot up and ran out. She was standing barefoot in the middle of all that broken glass, too scared to move. What the hell is wrong with you? I was furious. I scooped her up and dropped her back on the couch. Her foot had a cut, blood seeping out. I grumbled my way to the first aid kit. I grabbed the iodine and a bandage, crouched down in front of her, and took hold of her slim ankle. Ow. Serves you right for wandering around, I said, but I went easy on her anyway. The second the iodine hit, she winced hard. Stop crying. Cry again and I'm throwing you outside for the dogs. I barked at her. She stopped, but she bit her lip, shoulders still shaking. Once her foot was wrapped, I got up to sweep the glass. Xu Yuan watched my back and quietly asked, Why are you so nice to me? I just don't want you dying here. A body's worth nothing at a junkyard. I'd still have to pay for the funeral. She went quiet. By the time I cleaned everything up, she'd already fallen asleep on the couch, knees pulled to her chest, tears still clinging to her lashes. I sighed, grabbed a blanket, and laid it over her. Next morning, I made noodles. I'd barely had 2 bites when Xu Yuan woke up, rubbing her eyes. Morning, I grunted. I pointed at the pot. There's more. Help yourself. I looked at her across the table. So how long are you planning to stay? I don't do freeloaders. Xu Yuan's grip on the bowl tightened, eyes full of panic. I have nowhere to go. What about family, friends? She shook her head. Her eyes went red again. Here we go. I put down my chopsticks and tossed her my phone. Call your people. Have them come get you. It rang forever before someone picked up. A guy's voice, clearly annoyed. Xu Yuan, so you do know how to use a phone. Get back here. Your dad said if you keep running around with that broke boy, you're no daughter of his. The call ended. Xu Yuan stared at the phone, face white as a sheet. I took it back. I had a pretty good idea of what was going on. Looks like you got kicked out. You can stay here, but there are conditions. A flicker of hope lit up in her eyes. 1, pay rent. 2, work. I don't carry dead weight. Your call. She looked at her soft little hands and clenched her jaw. I'll work. The first job I gave Xu Yuan was sorting a mountain of plastic bottles. Not hard work, just dirty and mind-numbing. I leaned against the doorframe with a cigarette, watching her shuffle into that pile in my oversized flip-flops. My buddy Wang Dapao walked over, eyebrows doing all kinds of things. Bro, where'd you find her? You're seriously gonna make her do this? Mind your business, get back to work. I felt a little off about it, honestly, but I had it figured out. If I didn't let her rough it a little, she'd have no idea how the real world works. By noon, she'd barely made a dent and she was a total mess. Dust everywhere. I gave her food at lunch. She must have been worn out because she ate way better than the night before. Back at it this afternoon. I knocked on the table. She nodded. Didn't say a word. The afternoon sun was brutal. The tin roof was hot enough to fry an egg. Xu Yuan's face was beet red. Sweat dripped down her hair. She'd just swipe it away with her dirty sleeve and keep going. I was actually a little impressed. Around sundown, there was a sudden cry, my stomach dropped. I ran over. She was sitting on the ground, clutching her hand, blood seeping through her fingers.